Have you ever felt like the world is spinning too fast and you're just trying to hold on? That no matter how much you do, it's never enough? That the noise out there and in here is too loud to think straight? You're not alone. And if you're hearing this right now, it's not by accident. This is your moment to step away and breathe. We live in a world of pressure, productivity, performance, perfection. The moment you open your eyes in the morning, life demands something from you. Emails, expectations, responsibilities, notifications. It's no wonder you feel like you can't catch your breath. But let me ask you something. When was the last time you gave yourself permission to just pause? Not because you finished everything, not because you earned it, but because you're human, because your soul needs space. This video is not about doing more. It's about doing less, mindfully. It's about coming home to yourself, to the stillness that lives beneath the chaos. You don't have to wait for a vacation. You don't have to escape your life. You just need to step away for a moment and breathe. So take a deep breath with me. Inhale, slowly, fully. Hold it for a count of 3. Now exhale longer than you think you need to. Feel that? That's presence. That's power. That's the reset your mind has been craving. You don't have to fix everything right now. You don't have to be perfect today. You just have to return to yourself. Because when you're grounded, the world can't shake you. When you're still inside, the noise outside can't drown you. This is the path of mindful mastery. Not escaping life, but meeting it differently. And maybe this is the real strength. Not pushing harder, but pulling back with grace. To know when to step away, to choose your peace over proving your worth. To say, I don't need to be everything for everyone. Today, I choose to be something for myself. In the stillness, you'll hear your real voice again. Not the anxious one, not the reactive one, but the wise, calm part of you that knows what truly matters. Let's keep going, because this breath is just the beginning. Let's talk about why this moment matters. You see, most people are running through life on autopilot, chasing deadlines, numbing out, scrolling endlessly, trying to stay ahead of the overwhelm that's chasing them. And maybe that's been you too. But there's something you've sensed lately, isn't there? A quiet inner voice whispering, this isn't it. There has to be more. And it's right, because success without peace is just stress in disguise. Productivity without purpose is just performance. So what if we flip the script? What if rest isn't weakness but wisdom? What if stillness isn't a pause in the action, but the most powerful move you can make? Every time you stop to breathe, you're reclaiming your power. You're saying, I get to define how I live. I get to slow down and reset. And let me tell you something hard, but freeing. You don't have to earn your worth. You don't have to hustle for your value. You are already enough, without proving, fixing, or achieving. Let that land for a moment. Because too often we carry stories that don't belong to us. Stories that say you have to be more, do more, fix yourself before you're lovable. But what if we rewrite the story? What if you are not broken? What if you're just tired? Tired of trying to meet impossible standards? Tired of giving more than you have? Tired of being everything for everyone and nothing for yourself? So here's the invitation. Right here, right now, step away. Not forever, just enough to breathe, enough to hear yourself think, enough to feel your own heartbeat and realize it still has rhythm. Enough to ask, what do I need today? What does peace look like for me? What is mine to carry, and what can I lay down? And maybe you realize that peace isn't a place you arrive at, it's a practice, a daily reset, a decision to return to your breath again and again, to remind yourself, I am not my schedule, I am not my productivity, I am not what others expect of me. I am here, I am present, I am enough. You see, the world teaches us to run, but your soul longs to rest. And that's not weakness, that's wisdom. So let today be your turning point. Not dramatic, not loud, just honest. Let this be the day you step away, not to give up, but to tune in. To remember that you're more than a machine. You are energy. You are intention. You are life itself. And every breath is a chance to come home. Let's stay in this space a little longer. We've only just begun. Let's pause here together. Not to rush forward, but to be here. Notice your body. Notice your breath. Notice that in this very moment, you're alive. And maybe that's enough. No agenda, no fixing, no striving, just the miracle of presence. Because when we slow down enough to notice, we begin to remember who we are beneath the noise. Not our titles, not our mistakes, not our to-do lists, but the deeper self, the quiet strength, the steady wisdom that's always been inside us. You see, stepping away doesn't mean you're running from life. It means you're returning to it with clarity, with intention, with breath. Let me ask you something simple but powerful. When was the last time you sat with yourself and didn't judge what you found? No filters, no comparisons, just you with your hopes, your flaws, your heartbeat. What if that version of you deserves compassion? Not later, now. Because the truth is, healing begins not when we force change, but when we allow space. Space to feel, space to rest, space to breathe into the truth that we are already whole. Even with the cracks, especially with the cracks. Sometimes we wait for perfect circumstances, for the weekend, for the vacation, for life to finally calm down. But peace is not something you schedule, it's something you claim. And you can claim it right now, just by closing your eyes and breathing. This is your reset. This is your return to stillness. This is where change begins, not with hustle, but with softness. Breathe in. Feel your lungs expand. Feel your chest rise. Breathe out. Let go. Not just air, but tension, expectations, worry. Again, breathe in. You are safe. Breathe out. You are home. Home is not a place, it's a practice. It's this moment. It's you choosing peace again and again. And as we move through this time together, know this. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't need every answer. You don't need a plan. You just need to show up for yourself, to keep returning to your breath, to keep choosing stillness, to keep remembering that even in the chaos, you can be calm. This is what mindful mastery looks like. Not perfection, not control, but awareness, presence, grace, and maybe, just maybe, this is how you begin to inspire others too. Not by what you do, but by how you be. By showing up grounded, centered, and whole, you give others permission to do the same. You remind them it's okay to breathe, it's okay to slow down, it's okay to choose peace in a world that glorifies exhaustion. You become the quiet light in a noisy room. And that's powerful, you know. Sometimes the world gets loud, not just on the outside, but inside our heads. The doubts, the self-criticism, the what if I'm not doing enough, the why can't I be like them. It builds up, doesn't it? Like static in the mind, like noise in the soul. And we try to silence it with distraction, with busyness, with perfection, with control. But here's a truth you may not have been told. You don't have to fight the noise. You just need to rise above it. Not by force, but with presence. Because the noise isn't who you are. It's just the echo of everything you were taught to believe, but no longer need to carry. So breathe. And let's get honest. What's one belief you've outgrown, but still carry? Maybe it's the idea that your worth depends on your work, or that you can't rest until you've earned it, or that being strong means never slowing down. These are the scripts that exhaust us, the rules that were never ours to follow. So let this be your quiet rebellion, to choose softness, to choose rest, to choose breath. Because sometimes the most radical thing you can do is nothing at all. Just be, present, alive, enough. You know, real power is never loud. It's the steady strength beneath the surface, the calm in the middle of the storm, the exhale that says, I trust myself, and you have that within you. Even if you've forgotten, even if life has taught you to be hard, to hustle, to keep going no matter what, there is a deeper wisdom inside you that knows when it's time to pause. You can access it anytime by stepping away, even just for a minute. To remember, you are not what happened to you. You are not your productivity. You are not what others think of you. You are awareness. You are consciousness. You are presence. And with every breath, you return to that truth. So let this be a new rhythm for you. Not a routine to perform, but a ritual to return to. When the world feels too loud, step away. When your thoughts race, breathe. When you feel like you're not enough, come back to this moment. Because this moment holds everything you need. Air, stillness, choice, and the reminder that you don't have to wait for peace. You are peace when you choose it. Music becomes more atmospheric, light textures, distant tones. Let's end this part with a breath together, right here, right now. Inhale deep and slow, hold it, exhale, let go. Again, inhale clarity, hold it, exhale release. One more. Inhale truth, hold, exhale home. You are doing enough. You are becoming who you were always meant to be, one breath at a time. And no matter what the world says, this right here is the real work, and you're doing it beautifully. And now as we come to the end of this space together, I want you to know this wasn't just a video. It was a sacred pause, a moment carved out for you, for your healing, for your breath, for your becoming. The world doesn't slow down, but you can. And when you do, everything shifts. The way you listen, the way you move, the way you treat yourself. Because when you give yourself time to reset, you no longer react from pressure, you respond from peace. And that peace ripples. It touches your work, your relationships, your decisions, your dreams. It changes how you show up in the world, not as someone desperate to prove, but as someone grounded in presence and truth. You may not see the results right away, but that doesn't mean it isn't working. Just like the seed planted in silence, transformation often happens underground, invisible at first, but powerful, unstoppable, and you are in that process now. Every breath you take with awareness, every time you choose pause over panic, every step you take back to yourself, that is the work. That is the magic. That is the mastery. You don't need more noise to become more. You need more stillness to remember who you already are. And if today reminded you of that, if even one breath felt like relief, then this time was not wasted. You showed up, you listened, you softened. That's everything. So take this with you. You don't have to earn rest. You don't need permission to pause. Your peace is not a luxury, it's a necessity. And every time you step away to breathe, you're not escaping life. You're choosing to live it with clarity and intention. So tomorrow, when the world tries to pull you back into its race, when your mind tries to convince you to rush, when you feel overwhelmed by expectations, remember this space. Remember your breath. Remember that peace is always available inside you. You just have to reach for it. And when you do, when you truly live from that place of calm, you inspire others to do the same. You become a living example that stillness is power, presence is strength, and breath is the beginning of everything. So today and every day, step away and breathe. You'll find yourself waiting there.